Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. So I got the S&P 500 here on the daily, and it's about halfway through the trading day right now. And we're not seeing too much more momentum. We're seeing, yes, we are seeing a green candlestick, but guys, look at where the volume is halfway through the trading day. Not a lot of positive volume heading in the bullish direction. So I don't know. Is this going to be a short-lived rally on the stock market? Are we going to see a retrace? We could possibly form a double bottom and then possibly see momentum move upward. It is anybody's guess. If we go below this low here, though, it's looking like the trend will continue to be bearish. So we will keep an eye on that. Cryptocurrency not really moving too much either. Just kind of, here, I'll bring up XRP. Just kind of staying the course here. Let me just remove that. Yeah, pretty much just staying the course. Still looking like a bearish pennant is forming. Right now, XRP is trading at 0.173 cents. Guys, I saw this from A&B Crypto. 32% of crypto traders view regulation as the biggest issue, and I've been saying this for months now. But here we have it, okay? I believe it was Kraken. Yes, Kraken, the San Francisco-based exchange, recently conducted a survey among 400 VIP crypto traders that asked participants about crypto mass adoption, and this is what they found. So the survey participants were asked to point out the major catalysts that would accelerate crypto adoption in 2020. Nearly 19% of respondents stated that adoption from central banks, corporations, various governments, institutions, and retail users would accelerate crypto adoption. BTC's May halving was also indicated as one of the reasons by 15% of the participants, and 27% of the participants highlighted political conflicts such as war, FOMO, and crisis as some of the other catalysts. So you guys can see here the responses. So the number one response with 19% stated that adoption is going to be the main catalyst. And that's where we're really going to see cryptocurrency prices boom. And when they talk about adoption, they're talking about, central bank, corporate, generational, institutional, and retail adoption. Only followed by number two, BTC's halving. Okay, so here's the list here. Kind of interesting to see what people who are trading are thinking. And these aren't just anybody. This is the VIP list, the top 400 VIP traders from Kraken, the San Francisco-based exchange. Similarly, the participants were also asked to identify the biggest risks to the crypto asset industry in 2020. While 32% of respondents pointed out regulation as the biggest hurdle, 23% referred to fraud, hacks, and scams, and 13% cited government crackdown as another risk. So a couple more charts here. And you can look here by continent on people's sentiment with regards to an ETF being approved. So in Africa and Asia, we're seeing overwhelming numbers, 86 and 70% respectively, saying yes, they do have a feeling that an ETF will be approved, whereas Europe, the Middle East, North America are a little more pessimistic on the matters. North America with 51%, Middle East with 54%, and Europe pessimistic at 49%, but South America the most pessimistic at only 40%. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Guys, I will link this article in the description for those of you guys who want to read it further. I also saw this. So Binance is delisting leveraged assets tied to Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, EOS, and Binance Coin. And I have a feeling that this is because of the current cryptocurrency crash. They stated here that they are taking action because users are simply too confused about how leveraged tokens work. And so this can be potentially dangerous to your portfolio if you don't know how this works. Part of this is for experienced traders who know how to use leverage. But for people just kind of randomly using it willy-nilly, Binance is afraid that a lot of these people are going to lose their shirts and then won't be able to pay up for their margin borrowing. So they are just removing it by the sounds of it. They're also mentioning here that leveraged tokens allow crypto traders to buy positions worth more. Okay, so this is a little definition of what it is, worth more than they can currently afford, which can be extremely risky but potentially profitable if they bet correctly. The tokens are also designed to automatically reinvest profits, so they work best in trending markets. And right now we're just kind of seeing the market go in all kinds of places. We're seeing huge dips followed by rebounds. We really kind of don't know where the rest of the market is going. And right now we're just at the mercy of the economy. Cryptocurrency is at the mercy of the economy. I never thought I'd be saying that, but it seems to be the case. Matthew Liny on Twitter posted this. And so Tradecast looking beyond the beer flu. Let me show you guys this here. So Trade Finance Global, the Tradecast looking beyond the beer flu. Trade Tech Perspectives, foot on the gas, has the beer flu inadvertently accelerated trade digitization? And so I seem to think so personally. Look, he posts a screen grab here and we can see our three Finastra, two companies that are using RippleNet currently. There's another screen grab here mentioning some other points. Guys, again, I will link everything in the description as I always do. Just wanted to get through this because I wanted to mention something that I thought was quite poignant from a couple years ago now that we may have forgotten about. First, though, I wanted to mention this. So CEO at Liddy Committee posted this tweet from Finextra, and so Standard Chartered commits $1 billion in financing to companies tackling the beer flu. And so Standard Chartered announced today that it will commit $1 billion of financing for companies that provide goods and services to help the fight against the beer flu, and those planning to switch into making products that are in high demand to fight the global pandemic. So I thought that was really great. Obviously, this is a worldwide problem, and we have to tackle it as best as we can. And why this is important, guys, Standard Chartered, obviously, as we may or may not know, this from back to May 2018, Standard Chartered to extend use of RippleNet to more countries, and now Standard Chartered obviously committing the $1 billion globally, it sounds like, to help tackle, to help healthcare providers, to help the pharmaceutical industry, all the industries that can be manufacturing items, whether it be masks or sanitary products, ventilators. I know Dyson in the UK, they are switching gears and producing ventilators because there is just a lack of ventilators around the world right now. So we're seeing these community initiatives by big players in the space, Standard Chartered, just to name one of them, and Standard Chartered also a partner of RippleNet. Rob Art here made an interesting comment this morning, and I thought it was worth mentioning. So he writes here, both Rockefeller and Rothschilds made fortunes buying their own blood in a speculative asset class. I'll buy new XRP lows until it hurts, and then I'll buy some more. A very bold statement from Rob Art. Now you can see here, I don't know if you guys can see this in the right-hand corner, this just from Rob Art's profile. He writes, awaiting XRP dips to 9 cents, 7 cents, 5 cents, and 1 cent. He is not a financial advisor, so by the looks of this phrase, you'd think, he was bearish. Yet later on in this description, he says, I believe in a $200 XRP and a 1 million BTC. And, it is possible to still expect certain asset classes to drop, but still be bullish. And so essentially what you are is you're bearish in the short term, bullish over the long haul. And it sounds like, some of the most sophisticated crypto traders are just that, right? When we go back to this article here, the 19% that think that adoption in central banks, corporations, institutional, retail investors is what is going to accelerate the crypto boom. You can tell that these people, are buying up, they're accumulating as the market has been going down. Because, if we look at the grand scheme of things, guys, and, I know I don't have to show you this, but to give you guys a sense of where we've been. Okay, 2018, or rather early 2018, January 2018, we were here. XRP was trading at about $3.50, $3.80, depending on what exchange you're looking at. And then from there, it was just bearish, 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 bearish. But we hear of all these partnerships. We know Ripple, the company, working towards fostering the XRP ecosystem and helping to push through crypto adoption. Well, Peter Vass, at PeterVass6 on Twitter, reposted this, and this is from 2018 originally, but you got to remember, guys, the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, and Soros are all into cryptocurrency investing. Now, I will link the article here. Again, this is from April 2018, so from a couple of years ago now, but I thought it was important to mention, especially in this down market. A lot of people are losing confidence, but you got to keep your eye on where the money is going. All right, let's not forget, these are some of the richest families in the world. George Soros worth $8.3 billion, give or take. I'm sure it's kind of difficult to actually pinpoint the exact dollar value of what these guys are worth, but give or take $8.3 billion. We got the Rockefeller family here, at least by this estimation from 2016, it said that they were worth $11 billion today. That is the entire family. It says here, this may seem high, especially in light of the above journal quote, but make no mistake, the Rockefeller family is still a force to be reckoned with. So $11 billion for the Rockefellers. And guys, let's not forget the Rothschilds family. Now, they own most of the central banks around the world. They have been in the banking game since the 1700s. And cumulatively, the Rothschilds family is worth $400 billion, give or take. I'm sure it's really difficult to get the real number. These people just don't go out and tell you. So a lot of this being sourced from external sources trying to give their best guess on what these families are really worth. But $400 billion, when you own most of the central banks around the world, the type of power that you hold And, if all of these guys are investing in cryptocurrency, it just goes to show you that we are in the right asset class. We are the little people. We are the ones who have been, told time and time again how bad our investments are because, well, cryptocurrency, that's just a scam. XRP, that's going nowhere. Bitcoin will be obsolete. It's worth absolutely nothing. If anything, guys, it's important to keep your eye on the prize. I know these are tough times. I thought when I was starting this channel back in 2018, when we were seeing the market collapse, that those were going to be the toughest times that we will ever see in crypto. But alas, this global pandemic has thrown a wrench into our plans. All I can suggest at this point, guys, is hodl strong, carry on, and just remember who's investing in cryptocurrency. Anyways, that's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.